so that class which interestingly has
in the Ministry of Works and Transport and a minister in the Ministry of I didn't get to talk to y'all yesterday, but yesterday was the first day of year 2 of med school, and I had 2 classes and 1 lab, and I think it was fine. I definitely think yesterday could have gone better, just because that the lab, they was disorganized. They were like the first 80 people of the year group in the line will go first. So how we do it is we do it in groups. So if you were in the last group, you would leave school around 4 or 5, which I didn't want to do. So we went to line up, and we finished by 2 because the lab started at 1. But that was just so hectic because everybody was rushing to line up. Sorry, I'm still sick. But yeah, that was yesterday. Today I have 1 class and I'm going to the gym after. This class is research. Basically, we have to do a research paper this year and into next year. So this class will be like telling us everything they want us to know and do and all that. But yeah, so we shall see how today goes. We are in the new amphitheater, so it's cold, but it's way better than the old one. I think I have a clip of class yesterday. I completely forgot to film yesterday. I'm so sorry, but I'll try my best to film today. Yeah. But yesterday evening, I just came home and reviewed one of the lectures and did the quiz for it. The quiz wasn't marked, so it's just to see how well you knew the information. And I did pretty well. I got 1 question wrong. So, today I'll be making anki cards for that lecture and going over the other lecture from yesterday that I didn't get to go over because I was just so tired yesterday. That was my first day. Today's my second day, and we'll see how it goes.
but ultimately you are responsible for meeting them.
I'm gonna work on my reviewing today's classes. I had physiology today, so I'll work on reviewing that, and then I have PBL to do, and it's based off physiology, my objective, so I'll probably do my physiology as well for my PBL objective. That should also act as a review. And then I have anatomy from Tuesday that I still didn't do yet because it's really boring. So yeah, I will be doing that, and those are my 3 main goals for tonight. I would love to be able to make Anki cards for Anki, if not for Anki, for anatomy and physiology. Will I have time? I don't know, but hopefully I do. So yeah. I was doing PBL, but I got kind of stuck with it. So I'm moving on to anatomy because I've been putting that off since Wednesday, not Tuesday. I kind of want to get it done before this week starts. It's Sunday, first week of, yeah, 2 of my school has started, and it's been deceptive. I don't know if I talked about this already. Actually, I didn't. But if I did, I'll probably cut this out. But yeah, this week could be wildly different from last week. But you'll see. I am going to do anatomy now. I did kind of review physiology from this week by doing my PBL, so that was kind of nice. So now I'll do anatomy. In hindsight, I should have done anatomy, chosen anatomy for PBL, considering I already reviewed physiology this week and not anatomy. But I guess I'll remember to do that next, probably. But yeah, I will take a quick break. Probably will continue reading Katabasis. I hope I'm saying that right, by R.F. Kuang. I started it this morning and I read one chapter and then started studying. I love it so far. I love the vibe, I love the dark academia, I love that she incorporates some sort of magical element into her books. So I'm very excited to read it. I'm gonna read probably a chapter and then start with anatomy. So yeah.
The actual nose area, right? So they're going to have these things called vibrissae.
I'm gonna make anki cards now, and then I finished half of the lecture, so I'm gonna make anki cards for those, and then I'll do the next half of the lecture, and then make anki cards for that. So far, I only wanna focus on making anki cards for anatomy, because you basically have to just memorize that. But physiology is more understanding, so I kind of want to just do questions for physiology and not like focus on making because I'm making anki cards for it. So yeah. I took a bit of a break and now I'm gonna continue with making flashcards for anatomy, and hopefully I get all of it done tonight. I'm not going to school tomorrow because the lectures are mandatory, so I will just read that when they send the slides. Tomorrow I'm gonna preview physio and anatomy. Yeah, and I'm also going to the gym tomorrow, so that's on the agenda. That's my brother. But yeah, I trying to make anki cards smaller, and so I'm not bombarded. But because in reality, our exams are multiple choice, and each question is based on some small high yield question. It isn't going to be you writing a long, detailed explanation, but these questions will prompt you to go through a series of information to get your answer, or it's a direct sentence from the lecture sites that you just need to know. So I'm trying to make my flashcards more palatable and not easier to answer, but faster to answer, in a sense. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the night. I did read more of Katabasis by R.F. Kuang. I'm about 20% in, which is like, I think 120 pages, if I remember correctly. I can't remember which chapter I'm on. I'm thinking it's chapter 10 or 13. But I am loving it. I love pretentious, dark academia novels. That's just right up my alley, so I am absolutely loving it. I'm trying to make my study breaks, more off, like sit down and read instead of going on TikTok or social media. So yeah, it's my new way of still reading while being so busy. But yeah, I will update you all on how this goes. I'm having some matcha. It's the Khalifa Farms almond matcha. It's ready made. It's honestly not the best, but I wanted to try it to just see how it is. But I did finish reviewing anatomy, and now I'm taking a little break. I'm gonna read Katabasis. I am 110 pages in, but I'm not on chapter 13, as I said in the previous clips. I'm on chapter 7. So yeah, I'm gonna read for a bit and then start back on anatomy. I have to make cards for it, so I'll do that after I finish. Take my little break. It's my matcha, and yeah, I sat there for like an hour and a half and thankfully reviewed everything. So yeah.
First, and hopefully that comes because I want to make avocado toast. We have avocados, we have bread. Or I guess it's funny because he keeps saying home. I'm like, what do I call that? I don't want to say it's my mom's house.
It's been a good while since I filmed, because I've been sick, if you can hear. I've been coughing a lot. I have a respiratory infection. It's been 3 weeks. This is my 4th week. But yeah, at this point I'm just filming when I remember to, because I've been so tired from being sick. But I would say that my new routine of previewing and reviewing the lectures is doing great. I still need to figure out how I want to learn physio. I've been making cards for the first lecture of anatomy, which took really, really long. So I don't think I want to make cards for physio as well. That would take so long. But we shall see. I will let you all know what I decide to do. I'm not making notes for it. I'm definitely not doing that. I think I like the textbook for physiology. I just realized I also didn't update you all on katabasis. It was so good. I gave it 4.75 or 5 stars. Okay, I gave it 5. I was going to take off 4.75 stars, not 4, 2.5 stars. No, 0.25 stars, because what was it? Right, I wanted to take off 0.25 stars because I did predict mostly everything that would happen. Any big major plot twist that would happen, I did predict that, which I kind of didn't love, but that could just be because I've read a lot of books and the plot lines are really, if I see a certain relation between different plot points, I definitely go like, this could end up so and so and so, and it usually does, which I'm very sad about, but I still love the book. I love the pretentiousness of it. I love dark academia. Some people were like, they don't like how Alice wanted to go to hell just to get her professor back, but in the end you kind of saw why that was so, and it really wasn't her fault, kind of, but mostly it really wasn't. So I don't see that argument holding up at all, but but yeah, I really loved it. I need more of her books. I still have Babel to read out, but we shall see. But yeah, I'm like 13% in through Babel. You need to read at least some of Babel to understand katabasis. If you don't, you'll be kind of lost with the magic system. But yeah, I really loved it.
Of the internal jugular vein. Below the vocal folds, lymph drains into pre- or paratracheal.
Hey guys, it's been... Did I film yesterday? I don't think I did, but it's Friday. It's the last day. Well, last school day of the 3rd week of med school. I did get antibiotics for my infection again. I'm not coughing as much as I was in the previous clips, or at all really. Oh yeah, so I used to have a bullet journal in high school, and I decided to kind of pick that back up again, but like not how I used to do it, but like themes for every month. This time it's just like I'd made a weekly spread, and that's all I'm doing. And yeah, this green sticky note is the anatomy lectures I need to do, because it's three anatomy lectures, and all of them have multiple topics in them, so it's a lot. Each PowerPoint is like 80 slides, but I have found that if I go on YouTube and search up an anatomy video, there's this one guy, I don't know if he's from the UK, but I don't know if he's Australian either, I should have checked, but I can't remember his name, but he does these anatomy videos based on plastic structures, and it's so good to know what you're looking at, where everything is, before reading the slides, because the slides really they just have diagrams, they're flat, they're 2D, you can't really tell. But these guys with the 3D structures, like, it's way easier to understand where everything is when you're reading the theory. So that's what I've started doing. So I started with the pharynx and the larynx and the trachea, and it really did help immensely. So I'm gonna continue with anatomy today. I have a networking event 1 to 3. So I'm not sure what the event is for. It's for, they asked for some med students, so me and my friend, we're going. And yeah, so I need to kind of prep for that. So I need to do a little reading before. It's 10:30. So I don't have a lot of time to do everything I want today before the networking event. I was supposed to finish week 1 and 2 anatomy lectures last night and then do some of my PBL, but I just didn't end up. And coffee really isn't helping as much to keep me awake. So I fell asleep at 10 yesterday and I woke up around 7 today. And then my dogs had a situation. So it's now 10:30. I've been checking on my dogs every half hour to make sure they're all right. So that's a bit distracting, but that's fine. On another note, we have a research project. Research project for year 2 and into year 3, where we get to publish our research and then present on it in year 3. And I am really excited for ours. We're testing on zebrafish. So we shall see how that goes. I heard it's a lot of work, but research is always a lot of work, so I'm really excited. This is my first time doing like research, like publishing. Obviously we had like research projects in high school, and then we had a research project last year where we had to volunteer at a community for 7 weeks and then write our research on what we found our actions did in the community. But that wasn't like for publishing, that was for a grade. Even though this research one is for a grade as well, we are also aiming to publish. So I'm really excited, and hopefully this opens my eyes to more research opportunities than this one. So yeah, I will be doing that today. I have been using the Netter's Anatomy. This is a really old edition, 4th edition. So my doctor gave me his edition. I don't use it a lot, but it really did come in handy yesterday when I was doing all of this. Yeah. So this has been a huge help. YouTube has been a huge help. And now I'm going to... But yeah, that's all I have for you right now. I need to remember to film this evening because I can't keep... Yeah, hopefully I remember to film this evening. But yeah, I will see you all later. Okay, so I have confirmed that it works. So I guess I'll just give you all an outro. This concludes the this 3 weeks of year 2 in med school. I kind of took it a bit slow, and obviously I was sick yet again. But yeah, this concludes the first week, and I hope y'all found it interesting, or if y'all have any questions, let me know, and anything that could help make these more interesting to you all. Yeah. Hope you all enjoyed.